My name is Kayla Jones, and this is my final reflection for IDT 3600 over the ISTE standards. The ISTE standards are the standards that help use and integrate technology in teaching and learning. Effective teachers model and apply the International Society for Technology and Education ISTE standards for students as they design, implement, and assess learning experiences to engage students and improve learning, enrich professional practice, and provide positive models for students, colleagues, and the community. All teachers should meet the following standards and performance indicators. For Standard 1, Standard 1 is to facilitate and inspire student learning and creativity. Teachers use their knowledge of subject matter, teaching and learning, and technology to facilitate experiences that advance student learning, creativity, and innovation in both face-to-face and virtual environments. So for Standard 1, the three examples that we have used in the classroom this semester, I've chosen the comic, which is right here. The comic goes with letter A of Standard 1, which is to promote, support, and model creative and innovative thinking and inventiveness. And for the comic, I used the subject of math kind of for the example. And my second example is the graphic organizer, and it goes with letter C. It promotes student reflection using collaborative tools, and for this graphic organizer, we use the tool of inspiration, which is a program that you can download onto your computer. It's free. It helps to reveal and clarify students' conceptual understanding of some major battles that they were asked to choose and pick out. And it helps show their thinking, planning, and creative processes. And for the third example, I used WebQuest, and this WebQuest goes along with letter D. It models collaborative knowledge construction by engaging and learning with students, colleagues, and others in face-to-face and virtual environments. So this WebQuest shows the virtual environment in which students are able to learn by themselves and at their own pace. So for Standard 2 is design and develop digital age learning experiences and assessments. Teachers design, develop, and evaluate authentic learning experiences and assessments, incorporating contemporary tools and resources to maximize content learning and context, and to develop the knowledge, skills, and attitudes identified in the standards. And for Standard 2, I chose these three examples. So my first example would be the Prezi. Prezi is just a program online that you can go to and create almost like a PowerPoint, but it's like different. But it goes along with Standard 2, letter A. It helps design or adapt relevant learning experiences that incorporate digital tools and resources to promote student learning and creativity. So with a Prezi, students are able to create their own and to kind of make it how they want to, but also incorporating the information that is needed. And for the second example is these interactive learning sites right here. They go along with letter C, which says customize and personalize learning activities to address students' diverse learning styles, working strategies, and abilities using digital tools and resources. So for this assignment, or for this tool right here, students are able to go to these sites that are highlighted in blue, and they're able to play games that help them learn information over whatever's been taught in class, and they're able to go at their own pace and to just enhance their own learning. And for this third example, I chose my second lesson plan, and it goes along with letter D of Standard 2. It provides students with multiple and varied formative and summative assessments aligned with content and technology standards, and use resulting data to inform learning and teaching. So for my second lesson plan, I was assigned to incorporate technology into how I would teach my lesson. And the lesson was third grade social studies, and we were learning the continents and oceans. And the students were able to take online activities and online quizzes to just help themselves learn, and able to incorporate technology into that. And for standard 3, it is model digital age work and learning. So and teachers exhibit knowledge, skills, and work processes representative of an innovative professional in a global and digital society. So for standard 3, I chose these 3 examples. My first example was a screencast, which is right here in the bottom right corner. It goes along with standard 3, letter A. For that assignment, I was showed how to make a table in Word. It demonstrates fluency in technology systems and the transfer of current knowledge that I already have of making a table in Word to new technologies and situations, and making a screencast visually showing students how to make a table. For my second example, I chose my podcast that I made. The podcast goes along with letter C because it is a communicative device that gives relevant information and ideas effectively to students, parents, and peers, and it's using a different age media and different format to get across the point that the teachers are wanting to. So, and then the third example, I chose my spreadsheet that I made. The spreadsheet goes along with letter D. It models and facilitates effective use of current and emerging digital tools, Excel, which is part of Microsoft. It locates and analyzes, evaluates, and uses information resources to support research and learning. So for that, I had to research different fast food restaurants and calculate their calories and nutritional facts, and then add up all those and then make a reflection of which one I would choose. And so moving on to standard 4. Standard 4 is to promote and model digital citizenship and responsibility. Teachers understand local and global societal issues and responsibilities in evolving digital culture, and exhibit legal and ethical behavior in their professional practices. So for standard 4, I chose, for my examples that I thought best fit with this standard, first was my WebQuest. WebQuest went with letter A of standard 4. It advocated, modeled, and taught safe, legal, and ethical use of digital information and technology, including respect for the copyright, intellectual property, and the appropriate documentation of sources. So again, I was able to make a Hill lesson where students are able to go at their own pace and to do their own thing by themselves. My second example was my first lesson plan. And my first lesson plan was for grade 4 and science, but it addressed the diverse needs of all learners by using learner-centered strategies, providing equitable access to appropriate digital tools and resources. So for a lesson plan, you're able to change up the strategies of how you teach a lesson to students. You're able to make modifications for students that may not learn in the same way as other students, so you're able to conform and help them out in their ways of need. And for the third example for standard 4, I chose my Web 2.0 and apps. For that assignment, I had to choose 5 websites that would be helpful for teachers in the classroom and kind of describe how they would be helpful for students and teachers and advantages of how they would be used. But that goes along with letter D of Standard 4, which develops and models cultural understanding and global awareness by engaging with colleagues and students of other cultures using digital age communication and collaboration tools. And for Standard 5 is engage in professional growth and leadership. Teachers continuously improve their professional practice, model lifelong learning, and exhibit leadership in their school and professional community by promoting and demonstrating the effective use of digital tools and resources. So for Standard 5, I chose 3 examples, but for the first one, I chose my video cast where it's a way to show your students more of a visual of content that you may have been teaching over, or making a video of things going on in the classroom for teachers to see. But it goes along with letter D, which exhibits leadership by demonstrating a vision of technology and fusion, participating in shared decision making and community building, and developing the leadership and technology skills of others. And for my second example, I go along with my Weebly. And for my Weebly is a website online where you're able to make your own website. It's free. You can use it however you want. But for this particular thing, it was for us to evaluate and reflect on current research and professional practice on a regular basis to make effective use of existing and emerging digital tools and resources in support of student learning. So for it, were able to reflect on this semester and how these different assignments have affected us and how we would actually use them in our own classroom. And for the last example was the blog for low technology environments. Being able to adapt to low technology environments while still providing information, it goes along with letter D. Standard 5, it contributes to the effectiveness, vitality, and self-renewal of the teaching profession and of their school and community. And that's the standards of how we use them in the classroom this semester and how teachers actually use them in the actual classroom.